June 27th night is far more dangerous than you think. Archangel Michael is urging you to act now. He always protects you, but if you ignore this, you'll walk straight into disaster. June 27th approaches cloaked in sacred mystery, but the heavens are shaking with divine urgency. Archangel Michael is sounding the trumpet loud, for the veil between realms is dangerously thin now. What you felt in the air these past few nights, it wasn't your imagination. It was a signal, a heavenly friction, an invisible spark ignited, preparing the atmosphere for a spiritual clash. June 27th is not like any other night you've known. It is marked, sealed, and chosen by divine design. There are doors that only open once in a lifetime, and others that should never be walked through at all. This is a night of decisions, of unseen crossroads, where your next move could anchor or destroy you. Michael's sword gleams not with war, but warning. He does not cry out unless the stakes are eternal. The darkness on this night won't arrive how you expect. It won't come with thunder, but silence and distraction. It hides in delay, temptation, bitterness, and confusion, luring souls into traps they won't know they stepped into. You've already sensed it. Relationships acting strange, delays multiplying, paths you were sure of collapsing. This isn't coincidence. It's coordinated spiritual attack. It intensifies exactly 10:22 p.m. June 27th. Michael is not giving suggestions. He is delivering orders. He is not your friend. He is your general in this war. And heroes only shout when soldiers are in danger. If you delay, you will regret what could have been stopped. Your dreams, that strange symbol that kept repeating. Your sleep breaking at exactly 3:11 a.m. for days now. That's him, trying to wake you before the collapse. But your distractions may have blinded your discernment. Someone is being influenced to harm or mislead you. This person may appear loyal, kind, even spiritual. But June 27th reveals the heart behind the mask. A conversation, a message, or meeting will uncover it. The enemy uses people, but heaven exposes motives. That's why Archangel Michael is standing at your gate, not with a gentle whisper, but a roaring fire of truth. He knows what's coming, and what you don't see yet. A decision you're about to make holds massive weight. It will appear harmless, even beneficial on the surface. But on June 27th night, it opens a path to delay. Delay that could steal months, even years of destiny. You are not paranoid. You are being spiritually warned. This is not anxiety. It is alignment being shaken. Archangel Michael watches, sword unsheathed, waiting. But he cannot move without your full cooperation. He needs you awake, alert, sober in spirit and heart. He needs you not distracted by petty drama or ego. You are being summoned into clarity and protection. But first, you must surrender your plan to his will. Everything you do on June 27th must be intentional. Where you go, who you speak to, what you commit to. One misstep could entangle you in webs hard to escape. The spirit realm is active and highly volatile that night. Michael has already seen the trap. The setup is close. A lie, a delay, a temptation disguised as an opportunity. But if you fast, pray, and stay still after sunset, you will hear his voice clear through the chaos. It's not enough to just hope for the best anymore. The time of casual faith is over. Now it's war. But the ones who listen, obey, and watch the hour will be marked for protection and sudden favor. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, If you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating via PayPal using the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for regular prophetic guidance, deep spiritual insight, and powerful words that keep you aligned with heaven's rhythm. Type I am chosen to receive the blessing 2727, or type I will obey to activate protection 8444. The danger of June 27th is not just spiritual, it's timed. Specific moments carry weight. Windows open briefly. A clock striking 10:10 p.m. is no coincidence. It signals the moment of alignment or disaster. There is someone in your life hiding a secret agenda. Their loyalty is a disguise, their smile, a mask. They were placed near you to either derail or awaken. Michael will show you who they are if you listen. The hour will tempt you to go out, to entertain distraction. But the Spirit is calling you to silence and separation. Stay away from sudden invites and unexpected calls. A trap often comes looking like a chance encounter. The one you're unsure about, pay attention to them. Notice how they speak when others leave the room. June 27th strips false coverings from all intentions. God will show you what has been concealed. Archangel Michael has sounded the call to a remnant. Not all will hear it, many will mock or ignore it. But the few who sense the urgency in their bones, they are being marked for prophetic preservation. Your dreams tonight will carry vivid symbols and signs. Heaven speaks in codes. Pay attention to the patterns. Write them down as soon as you wake on the 27th. Those are Michael's final instructions for your route. Some blessings come through battle, not comfort. You're being called to spiritual warfare that night. Not with fear, but with the authority of the Spirit. Michael doesn't fight alone. He equips the obedient. Someone will offer you something on June 27th, a deal, a meeting, a message, something that glows. But like fruit in Eden, it's not what it seems. Discern what is divine and what is disguised. Heaven is preparing a shift you've been waiting for. But before new doors open, counterfeits appear. The wrong yes can cost you divine acceleration. Michael warns, test every spirit, check every word. You may feel an urge to confront someone that night. But hold your peace. The Lord will expose truth. Michael is handling the unseen layers of betrayal. Your job is to remain still, bold, and prayerful. If your body feels uneasy, don't ignore that sense. June 27th will stir up your spiritual sensitivities. Don't medicate what God is trying to activate. He's not trying to stress you. He's training you. Even the technology around you may glitch because your atmosphere is being rearranged. Pay attention to delays and disruptions that night. Michael is shifting you to dodge spiritual bullets. Do not entertain gossip, drama, or emotional chaos. That's how the enemy distracts you from clarity. Your peace is your power and your protection. Guard it like a fortress. Don't open its gates. June 27th is a line in the sand. Choose your side. The Spirit will not contend forever with rebellion. Michael's presence means something is urgent. You must be spiritually armed by sunset. What you declare in the evening will echo loudly. Your words will either invite angels or confusion. So speak life, speak fire, speak victory. Do not curse your own next season with fear. The light will flicker for many that night, literally. Fuses, lights, or sudden electrical shifts may occur. It's not superstition. It's confirmation of movement. Heaven is trying to get your full attention. There's a battle over your sleep on the 27th night. Nightmares may try to intimidate you. Don't fear. Michael will be posted at your bedside, armed. Cover yourself in prayer and divine decrees. You're not reading this by accident or chance. You were chosen to receive this before the hour. This is your prophetic lifeline, a divine alert. Treat it like oxygen, essential and life-saving. If you stay aligned, the rewards will be massive. The very thing sent to destroy you will elevate you. But the key is obedience, minute by minute. The Spirit moves on precision, not assumption. Type I am blessed to receive the blessing 1516. Or type I am rising to receive blessing 7777. At exactly 11:11 p.m. on June 27th, heaven roars. A moment passes where everything stands still. It is the intersection of angelic movement and choice. If you are praying then, you will feel a shift. The Spirit will rush in like a wind without sound. A deep calm will settle, followed by piercing clarity. You'll know what to do, who to cut, where to walk. But you must be still enough to hear it descend. Michael is already deployed. His wings cover ground. But he doesn't just protect, he purifies paths. Anything that cannot go into your future will burn. Don't cry when things fall away. Thank God. This is divine housekeeping, not abandonment. You prayed for elevation. This is the requirement. He removes the leeches and lurking shadows. June 27th night is the threshing floor moment. Relationships will either strengthen or shatter. Opportunities will either burst or break apart. The Spirit is sorting wheat from weeds. Don't resist what looks like sudden endings. If your heart is breaking on that night, trust it. Not all pain is punishment. Some pain is proof. Proof that the divine hand is cleansing your circle. Michael always removes the dangerous before lifting. Stay off social media that night if possible. Distraction is the greatest weapon against destiny. A single post, DM, or message can shift your mood. Protect your atmosphere like it's your home. On the 27th, your angels will outnumber your enemies, but they will only act according to your alignment. Angelic forces need your permission through action. Obedience activates warfare, not just prayer alone. Michael doesn't waste time with the indecisive. He is loyal, fierce, and follows divine precision. He's here to guard, only if you're willing to move. He will not drag you. He will walk beside you. This isn't just a night to pray. It's a night to declare. Proclaim promises out loud. Recite blessings. Break generational curses with your tongue. Your mouth is your weapon before his sword. Your atmosphere must be clean before midnight. Physically clean your room, your space, your bed. Remove anything that carries old energy or fear. You are making room for angelic visitation. Don't be surprised if you feel heat on your skin, or if chills run through you with no cold air. Michael's presence often manifests through sensation. He brings conviction, protection, and holy fire. You may be misunderstood for your sensitivity, but your discernment is a divine advantage. You hear what others call paranoia, but in truth, it's the whisper before the warning. If you receive confirmation through a dream, write it instantly. Details matter that night. God speaks through images, repetition, numbers. All of it leads to clarity on what's ahead. Do not delay in cutting off what he shows you. If he reveals someone's betrayal, believe it. June 27th is not the time to second guess. Obedience is your weapon and your escape route. Michael doesn't arrive unless something must fall. His sword cuts only what threatens your assignment. So don't cry over what's removed, honor the process. This pain is pruning, not punishment. The attack coming to you was organized months ago, but heaven delayed it until now. You have one final instruction window on June 27th. Don't waste it on excuses or emotional indecision. Type I am shifting to get blessing 2220. Or type I choose obedience for blessing 6311. By the time midnight strikes on June 27th, a file seal will be closed in the unseen realm. That moment determines who walks in breakthrough and who remains trapped in loops and delay. This is a cycle-breaking hour, a divine finale. Patterns you've battled for years will surface, not to shame you, but to be destroyed forever. Only if you face them with no excuses left. Archangel Michael has drawn a circle in the spirit, and you are standing on the edge of it right now. Step inside with faith, or remain outside in confusion. This moment will not repeat. The line will remain. The whispers that night may try to haunt you. Old regrets, past mistakes, painful memories. That's not coincidence. It's strategic sabotage. The enemy speaks loudest right before exposure. Close the door to anything that keeps you stagnant. That includes people, thoughts, habits, or fears. Michael isn't just fighting demons. He's slaying delays. But only if you walk away from what weakens you. Some of you will feel the urge to cry that night. Let it happen. It's a spiritual cleansing. Your tears are not weakness. They're surrender. And surrender is the currency of protection. Do not let pride keep you from praying aloud. There is power in your vocal agreement. Heaven responds to sound more than thoughts. Declare, I choose alignment. I walk in truth. June 27th is not about superstition or fear. It is a call to maturity in the supernatural. Michael's sword only rests beside the courageous, those willing to move when others stay frozen. There is a place God wants to take you next, but He cannot take stowaways along with you. Some people in your circle are not safe. They wear your loyalty like camouflage. Michael sees what you cannot yet confirm. He knows who gossiped behind your name. He saw who pretended to cheer while cursing. And He's pulling back the curtain tonight. This revealing won't feel good, but it's necessary. You prayed for truth. Now truth must come. Don't beg to keep what heaven is removing. Your peace will return once they're gone. Some doors you've been knocking on are locked not because you lack favor, but because they're traps. God delays you to protect you from destruction. Michael guards you by shutting wrong opportunities. Do not force open doors on June 27th. Forced doors always open to counterfeit blessings. What's divine flows with clarity and alignment. Michael walks with those who walk in peace. Clean your phone, your messages, your playlists. Music and media carry energy you don't see. If it doesn't lift your spirit, it lowers your guard. Tonight, only the sacred should touch your ears. Someone will try to reach out with old energy. They may miss you, need you, or apologize. But discern their true intent with prayer. Michael is testing if you still fall for distraction. Some of you will face intense fatigue that evening. It's not physical, it's spiritual interference. The enemy knows tired warriors don't pray. So shake yourself awake. Michael needs you alert. You are standing at a prophetic gate, wide open. But gates don't remain open forever. What you do between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. matters. This is your 3-hour window of obedience. Prepare your oil, your prayer, your stillness, your fire. Because what comes after midnight is sacred. Those who listen will walk with new light. Those who mocked will beg for a second chance. Type I receive the shift for blessing 3737. Or type I am watching the hour for blessing 6262. At exactly 12:33 a.m., there will be movement. A shift in your chest, a sound in the air, something. You may feel breathless for a moment. That's Michael passing through your space. He does not move randomly. He moves in purpose. And if he is near, it means something dark fled. He is not just a guardian. He is a finisher. He completes what heaven begins in you. Some of you are afraid of letting go of the old. But Michael says, what you keep may cost you. Letting go doesn't mean loss. It means trust. Your next requires your full obedience, not half. Do not fear the silence in the spirit tonight. Sometimes God doesn't speak because he's moving. Stillness is not absence, it's the sound of strategy. Stay calm, stay seated, stay surrendered. Don't rush answers, just prepare altars. Michael doesn't respond to anxiety, only authority. Your posture tonight will determine your protection. So pray like you've already won, because you have. This is the night of recalibration in heaven's books. Records are being adjusted, names are being moved. Your name may rise to the top of favor lists, but only if you're found positioned and pure. This isn't a regular prophetic word. It's targeted, delivered to a remnant destined for great assignment. You survived too much to miss this moment. Heaven has brought you here for such a time. Some of you are carrying callings yet unrealized. The 27th is when the scroll will be unsealed. You will see what you were born to do clearly. But it will only come after you obey without doubt. If the Spirit says don't go, don't go. If the Spirit says wait, wait without explanation. Michael guards those who move when God says move. Timing is protection. Delay can be deliverance. You will hear a name in your spirit that night. Don't ignore it. It holds spiritual weight. It may be someone to pray for or to release. Write it down. It's your prophetic note. Your body may feel weightless during worship, or suddenly heavy like gravity increased. These are signs, spiritual alignment happening. You're being prepared for divine assignment. Don't resist the shaking. Don't fight the shift. Michael is realigning the foundation under you. So what's unstable can fall, and only truth remain. Let the false collapse, you'll rise on what's real. Tears, tingles, visions, pressure in your head. All these are signs that heaven is near. Don't panic. Praise. Don't question. Worship. You are not losing your mind. You're gaining sight. The Spirit will make you aware of time differently. Minutes may feel long where hours fly by. This is spiritual time distortion, confirmation. God is shortening delay for the obedient. You'll be prompted to clean, write, delete, or fast. Follow every instruction instantly. Michael's not giving opinions. He's issuing orders. Only the responsive will walk in full protection. You may feel a pressure between your shoulders. That's angelic covering being applied. Your back has been unguarded for too long. Tonight the shield is placed and sealed. This isn't just a script. It's a scroll. A written instruction straight from the throne. Heaven knew you'd be here at this moment and prepared this word as your divine compass. Type I am covered by fire to receive blessing 4411. Or type I obey my scroll to activate blessing 7119. After the sword descends, the shift begins in full. You will feel lighter, not just emotionally, spiritually. What has clung to your soul for years will break off. Michael's blade separates identity from attack. Don't rush to fix what's falling apart around you. Sometimes divine disorder comes before clarity. On June 27th night, don't repair, just release. What's leaving was never meant to stay. Some of you will find yourself pacing the floor. Not out of worry, but divine restlessness. It's your spirit awakening to spiritual warfare. You're not losing control. You're gaining power. You will begin to see through people with ease. Their motives, their wounds, their shadow games. It's not judgment. It's discernment sharpening. Michael gives the eyes of a warrior to the willing. You may speak things you didn't plan to say. Truths that feel too bold to speak normally. Let them come out. Heaven is releasing fire. This is the hour of the unfiltered prophetic voice. If you've been asking for confirmation, it's here. This script, this hour, this message, it's yours. You are not crazy, you are called and awake. Michael has walked too far with you to let you fall. You must anoint your space before sleeping. Use oil, use prayer, use song. Saturate the room. Michael stands where atmosphere welcomes him. Uninvited, he waits. But honored, he fights. There will be a transfer of burdens tonight. The heaviness you've carried for years, gone. Michael is exchanging sorrow for strength. But the exchange only happens in surrender. You've been feeling drained, but not defeated. That's because your spirit has been running uphill, fighting battles while smiling for the world. Tonight, heaven fights back for you. There will be a moment when everything feels still. Even your thoughts will pause for just a breath. In that second, whisper, "Speak, Lord, I'm here." Michael will deliver what only silence can hear. Do not be afraid to be alone on this night. Solitude is sacred when the Spirit is near. Crowds confuse, but silence sharpens. Tonight is for the consecrated, not the casual. Watch your words closely past 11 p.m. Heaven records declarations during the watch. Speak only what you want to see manifest. Your tongue is choosing paths in the Spirit. You may be prompted to give something up. A habit who latent of a bezehen of view. Whatever comes to mind, surrender it quickly. Heaven only asks what you no longer need. June 27th is not just the end of danger. It's a beginning. It births spiritual boldness like never before. You will walk differently after tonight. Because Michael doesn't leave you the same. You may dream of keys, scrolls, doors, or light. These are not dreams. They are instructions. Wake up and write every detail down. The divine is downloading your next assignment. If you feel overwhelmed, do this. Breathe and pray. Say, "Michael, I yield to God's perfect will." Then let go of needing all the answers. Faith functions best in obedience, not explanation. Many will be too distracted to catch this hour. But you are not like them. You are set apart. You are the one God is trusty with warning. You are the one Michael protects personally. This is your night of divine distinction. A mark will be placed on you in the Spirit. The enemy will recognize that you've been sealed. Your name is being whispered in angelic ranks. Type "I receive divine distinction for blessing 5555." Or type "I welcome angelic fire to get blessing 2121. As dawn approaches, you will feel shifted. Not externally, but something deep inside. A new boldness will anchor into your belly. You will not fear what once intimidated you. This is not motivation. It's mantle. You are not inspired. You are now equipped. Michael has placed fire on your voice. You carry an atmosphere of divine instruction. People will respond to you differently now. Some will feel convicted just by your presence. It's because you are hosting glory, not Edo. You are a walking altar from this night forward. Be careful how you re-enter normal routines. Don't pour into places that dishonor your shift. Protect your newel like it cost blood, because it did. Michael warred for this moment in the heavens. When you wake, don't rush into noise or chaos. Sit with the stillness, let the residue settle. Your senses have been recalibrated. You can now hear whispers you once ignored. You may feel weepy, hyper-aware, or sensitive. Don't fight it. It's divine sensitivity awakening. You are not fragile. You are spiritually alert. Michael sharpened you like a blade in fire. Write down everything that stands out this morning. Now before his name's that believe. This is the blueprint of your next season. Each one matters. None are random. This shift will expose spiritual fakes around you. Some won't like the new authority on your life. They preferred the version of you that bowed. But you no longer kneel to fear or flattery. June 27th was an upper room moment for you. You waited, you obeyed, you received. Now you must walk it out with precision. Michael has cleared the path. Step boldly. You've been chosen to be a voice in your generation. Not just to speak, but to shift atmospheres. What you carry now will heal rooms, break chains. You are an instrument, not just an individual. Watch for signs in the next 72 hours. Unexpected calls, divine appointments, open doors. These are confirmations of the shift's success. Michael will guide you. Just keep listening. This is your final instruction. Walk in power. No more drinking, I didn't redoubt him. Heaven invested much into this moment. Now move like someone who's been marked. Say these words aloud before you sleep again. I am aligned. I am protected. I am chosen. Say it until your atmosphere agrees with it. Say it until fear evaporates and faith ignites. You've just crossed a line in the spirit. The old battles cannot follow you anymore. Michael stands behind you, sword lifted. You are go to guided and grounded. Do not let anyone convince you this was nothing. This was everything. This was your turning point. The heavens bore witness. The Spirit confirmed it. June 27th will be the day your legacy change. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating via PayPal using the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for regular prophetic guidance, deep spiritual insight, and powerful words that keep you aligned with heaven's rhythm. Type I have crossed over for blessing 8,888. Or type Michael guards my path for blessing 4,343. As the sun rises on June 28th, everything feels new. But only those who obeyed will recognize the shift. You may not see it at once, but something broke. The old chains, the delays, the confusion, they fell. Michael returns to the throne not with sorrow, but with a scroll marked, mission completed. Heaven rejoices not because of what fell away, but because of what finally stood up. You. The version of you that woke up. Today is different. You have been spiritually recoded, realigned. Not one word of instruction was wasted. Heaven built a warrior while the world slept. There is now oil on your name in the spirit. Mentioned in intercession, seen by angels. When your name is spoken, heaven listens. Because Michael now walks beside your name. You will notice peace where there used to be panic. Ideas will come faster, distractions will fade. It's not coincidence. It's prophetic clarity. You have stepped into the center of purpose. Those who ignored the warning will feel regret. Their nights were restless, but they didn't listen. Michael knocked but found locked doors. You did ignore him. You let him in fully. Your obedience became the access code. The gate opened, and the fire descended. Don't take this lightly. You are carrying fire. You are no longer just protected. You are activated. Walk like someone who carries kingdom power. Your yes on June 27th unlocked divine favor. Doors that were stuck will now swing wide. Because heaven trusts the one who listens. People may ask what changed about you. They'll say you look lighter or what happened. Don't brag. Testify. You bore it, not ego. Say, heaven touched me, and I'll never be the same. You've become a walking sign to your family. Your obedience will ripple through bloodlines. What you broke last night ends generational curses. What you birthed will bless generations after you. Watch your dreams the next 3 nights. They will not just be visions. They are scrolls. Heaven is still speaking, still sealing instructions. Michael is delivering post-battle blueprints. Do not go back to what was broken. This is your warning. Do not return. Familiar pain may call your name again. But now you know it by its fruit. Cut it. Michael has burned every rope of limitation. You are no longer tied to past patterns. Walk as if chains are truly gone, because they are. He didn't visit you just to impress you. He came to partner with the prophecy inside you, to remind you that God's plan still stands. No mistake was too much to disqualify you. And now, you're back in position, fully restored. Someone is being assigned to help you now. It will come seemingly at random, but they are sent by heaven as alignment. Michael paved their path directly to you. Do not over-explain this shift to others. This was sacred. Don't dilute it with chatter. Share only with those who can carry the weight. Some people won't understand, and that's okay. This was never about crowds, it was covenant. You made one last night when you obeyed. And now the heavens are obligated to cover you. Because heaven honors alignment with authority. Type I'm walking in power for blessing 9,990. Or type my covenant is sealed for blessing 3,488. Somewhere in the archives of the spirit realm, a new record now bears your name in bold. It says, obedient in the midnight hour. That alone has changed your spiritual authority. Demons know who you are now. Not because of pride, but because of purity. You obeyed when it was hard to obey, and that obedience crushed ancient resistance. Michael's sword was not just protection, it was proof. Proof that your calling still carries weight. He could have been assigned elsewhere, but he came. Because your purpose still threatens the enemy. Your feet are now marked with kingdom fire. Everywhere you step brings presence and pressure. Demons scatter where you declare peace. Rooms shift when your spirit enters in alignment. Don't shrink when new opportunities arise. Michael's visit unlocked new favor flows. You don't need to force what's already ordained. Speak, show up, and let heaven do the rest. There is a person you must forgive post-shift. Someone who wounded you deeply in the past. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. Forgiveness is your final chain to break. Do not wait for their apology to release them. Your elevation doesn't depend on their regret. Michael cleared your name. Now you clear your heart. Let go and watch freedom accelerate. The way you see numbers, symbols, and signs now, it will all increase. Heaven is speaking constantly. You've been tuned to the right spiritual frequency. Expect downloads, nudges, and inner knowing. The voice of the Spirit will now feel natural, like a wind that knows where to push you. You won't need to ask twice. You'll just know. That's the reward of obedience, constant direction. Be aware of who is drawn to you suddenly. Not all are sent, some are watchers, some are thieves. Michael will lure you through sudden discomfort. Trust your inner stop sign, then confirm in prayer. You are now in angelic company beyond the veil. You are walking with those heaven trusts. This moment made you spiritually visible. And visibility attracts both favor and testing. But do not be afraid, because you're sealed. What tries to touch you now must face fire. Michael's flame burns behind you like a wall. You've been marked by more than just instruction. This was not a warning for fear, it was formation. You were being shaped into divine identity. The 27th was your cocoon night. And now, rise like one who's no longer crawling. Every battle you survived made sense last night. You saw how heaven never forgot you. Every delay was divine protection in disguise. And Michael never left your side, not once. If you're still emotional, let it pour out. You've just exited the spiritual birthing room. Tears are the water that clears the afterglow. Let them fall like rain, then rise in fire. Michael remains near for 7 more days. He'll ensure your path remains clear. But after that, it's on you to stay aligned. Obedience must become your new rhythm. Top Heaven knows my name for blessing 6161. Or type I walk with angels to get blessing 7272. This is no longer just a shift. It is your awakening. You have moved from being a seeker to a carrier. No longer waiting for breakthrough. You are the breaker. You are the answer to the prayers of others. Michael has lit a flame in your bones that won't go out. It will burn in quiet rooms and loud crowds alike. It is not a fire of emotion. It is a flame of assignment. Wherever you go now, the atmosphere must shift. You were not just warned, you were entrusted. God gave you access to a timeline of destiny. You are now walking days that were once delayed. Nothing could hold you where God has broken through. Do not return to smallness after this awakening. Do not wear humility like a muzzle. You are allowed to speak boldly in the Spirit. Heaven has endorsed your voice with fire. Michael doesn't partner with the passive. He walks with those who walk like royalty. Because you're not just safe, you're sent. You are not just blessed, you're born to lead. Nations live inside your words now. You don't speak casually, you release heaven. Even in whispers, the kingdom advances. You are a portal now, not just a person. You may feel scared to carry all this weight. But heaven says, you were built for this. You didn't survive that trauma for nothing. Your scars are now stamped with purpose. June 27th wasn't just a prophecy, it was protocol. It was a sacred alignment of angelic orders. Your name was listed on that holy scroll. Michael read it and found you worthy. There is no going back to old cycles. Not because you fear, but because you know. You've seen what it costs to ignore warning. And now, you honor alignment above approval. Walk like heaven is watching, because it is. Speak like angels echo your declarations. Move like you carry flame between your ribs. Because from now on, you do. You are now in the company of the sealed. The ones God trusted with warnings and wonders. The ones who hear while others sleep. The ones who move while others mock. The trumpet was blown, and you answered, The sword descended, and you obeyed. The fire came, and you received. Now, the mantle rests fully on your shoulders. This is not the end. It's the beginning. The old season is ashes behind you. Don't look back. Don't explain the burn marks. Keep walking forward in full authority. You'll never be the same after this hour. Because heaven isn't just watching, you're leading. You are part of the remnant rising in secret. Whispers today, doors tomorrow, glory always. Let the world wonder what happened to you. Let your light convict without you speaking. You've been touched by sacred fire now. Let it consume every trace of who you were. Lift your head. Straighten your spine. March forward like heaven is behind you. Because it is. Because he is. Because Michael is still watching the gate. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Because the weapons have already melted in flame. Because your yes was louder than their curses. And because you are too anointed to be ambushed. The next 30 days will confirm this word. Watch for triple favor, divine appointments, and clarity. Watch for the sudden departure of wrong voices. Michael is guarding your gate day and night. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating via PayPal using the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for regular prophetic guidance, deep spiritual insight, and powerful words that keep you aligned with heaven's rhythm. Type "I'm fire baptized" for blessing 3030. Or type "My gate is protected" for blessing 1111. You have endured the shaking. You've embraced the fire. You have obeyed even when it was inconvenient. And because of that, your feet will not slip. Your future is now sealed with divine direction. Michael returns now to the throne with your scroll. It bears your name, your surrender, your shift. P reports. They listened. They stood. They rose. And heaven responds, then bless them double. This is your release into acceleration. What was delayed is now in motion. What was hidden is now in view. What was stolen is now restored. You are a witness to this holy transaction. You will testify of June 27th for years to come. This was your Red Sea moment, your Jordan crossing. And your enemies won't survive the crossing. Rest tonight in the covering of victory. Wake tomorrow in the strength of identity. Move forward in the strategy of heaven. Because you are chosen, protected, and unstoppable. Type "I am the remnant" for blessing 7070. Or type "I walk in holy fire" to receive blessing 8181. There comes a time when a warning becomes a calling, and a calling becomes a command. June 27th was the shift from hearing to doing. You are no longer just awake. You are appointed. You stood under divine thunder and did not run. You listened when the world chose silence. You obeyed while others delayed. You acted while others watched. And now, you are receiving your commissioning. Michael has placed spiritual ink upon your hands. Everything you touch from this day forward will carry the fingerprint of divine origin. Your writing, your business, your art, your voice, all of it is now dripping with anointing. You were not just refined, you were released. You carry not just hope, you carry holy instruction. You will begin to sense purpose in new ways. Rooms will feel different when you enter. Ideas will be downloaded in rapid rhythm. Solutions will appear where there was only 5. Do not ignore the nudges. They are no longer gentle. They are divine strategies, whispered through Michael. You must now write what you are told. Speak what you hear. Build what you see. The pace of your life will now increase. Not in chaos, but in clarity. Every wasted second will now feel foreign, because you are walking in divine urgency. There are lands you must take now. Not physical, but spiritual dominions. Territories where your voice is the final piece. Michael will go ahead of you, if you move. This is your permission to no longer play small, to stop explaining your mantle to mockers, to silence doubt by walking in proof. Your fruit will answer every question. Doors are opening before you, not because of favor, but because of alignment. You are in position, and when God sees alignment, He releases angels. And when angels are released, delay dies. Every project you touch this season will burn bright, not with popularity, but with purpose. Heaven's fingerprint will be obvious upon your work, because it came from a night like June 27th. The assignment is not heavy, it is holy. Stop fearing failure and start fearing stagnation. You were not built to stay hidden. You were born to burn and build. Michael has returned to stand behind you now. You don't just have fire, you have backup. The enemy will try one more time, but it will fail, because heaven now answers your yes. This is the season of the open scroll. Every hidden thing will now come into view. What was once mystery is now manual. You are no longer guessing, you are guided. The time for preparation is over. The trumpet already sounded. The gate opened, and you walk through it in obedience. So now, move forward like the one who answered. Type I am fully commissioned for blessing 1616. Or type I carry heaven's fire for blessing 5656. This mantle was not given by man, so man cannot remove it. This authority is not from applause, but from alignment. This calling is not conditional, it is consecrated. And now, you are wrapped in destiny's cloth. The same spirit that hovered over the waters hovers now, around your voice, your movements, your plans. The same fire that fell on Mount Carmel burns within. The same angel that guarded Eden now walks with you. There will be moments of testing again. Do not fear them. Tests are only invitations to demonstrate alignment. Each time you obey, fire expands inside you. Each time you doubt and obey anyway, heaven smiles. You must now cultivate daily silence, not out of fear, but to stay attuned. Michael speaks more in stillness than storms. Clarity lives in quiet rooms. Begin your days with intentional declaration. Wake up saying, I am aligned. I am led. I obey. Don't wait to be stirred. Start in fire. Michael will respond every single time. There will be a divine relocation for some of you. Not just homes, but assignments and people. Don't resist it. What is leaving is clearing space, and what is coming is sent by the scroll. You will receive favor from unexpected sources. People in power will notice your spirit. They will know why, but you will. You were sealed on the night the heavens roared. Some of you have avoided stages, platforms, leadership. But now, heaven says, no more hiding. Michael didn't train a soldier to sit still. You will be placed where your flame is needed most. You will mentor without announcing it, heal without advertising, prophecy without planning. Your lifestyle will become a lighthouse. Those lost will find the shore through you. But never forget the root of this fire: obedience. Keep obeying when it's hard, when it's quiet, when it hurts, when it stretches you, because that is where heaven keeps pouring oil. Do not fear being misunderstood. Michael was misunderstood before the war in heaven. Yet he stood, he fought, he obeyed. And now, he guards those who do the same. You are not one of many, you are one of you. The crowd didn't answer. You did. So walk like the exception, not the average. Heaven expects you to burn brightly now. This mantle cannot be shaken by doubt. This anointing cannot be broken by slander. This fire cannot be stolen by envy, because it was forged in obedience, not emotion. And finally, never forget who called you. Not the voice in the mirror or the echo of fear, but the whisper of God in the night of danger, the warning that became a weapon. Type "My mantle is sealed for blessing 4848. Or type "I rise as heaven's answer for blessing 9292. You are not just carrying a blessing, you are the evidence. Proof that obedience still moves the hand of heaven. Proof that when one person listens, nations shift. Michael stood beside you because God chose you. Heaven searched the earth for a heart willing to burn. Not a perfect heart, but a surrendered one. You raised your hand when no one was watching. You bowed your head when the noise was loud. And now you are wearing what few can handle: the garment of the called, the chosen, the aligned. This isn't a temporary season. It's a new dimension. You have crossed into permanent purpose. Do not measure this shift by emotion. You may not feel different, but you are. Anointing isn't always loud. It often rests in stillness. But the weight you carry is no longer natural. The world will test your peace in coming days. Delays may try to return. Doubts may rise. But remember, June 27th already sealed the outcome. You are not fighting for victory. You're walking in it. This is when you begin to walk in acceleration. Not faster movement, but faster clarity. You will know which yes is from heaven, and which delay is dressed like opportunity. Michael has trained your ears in the silence. Now, you will know the difference in whispers. You will sense danger before it forms, and shift paths before ambush is near. Do not announce every move. Move in silence. Let fruit speak where words once did. You are now being watched in two realms. Heaven cheers. Hell panics. Angels guard. Your voice now carries weight in unseen rooms. When you pray, the ground beneath shakes. When you speak, atmospheres respond. When you write, scrolls are unsealed. The enemy will try to test your new mantle, but he will find fire instead of fear. Michael has not left you. He stands ready. Your obedience gave him legal access to defend. You must now mentor others in silence. Watch who draws near and speak with wisdom. Some will need your flame to find theirs. Your testimony is someone's survival map. You have passed through the fire and returned whole. You are now a carrier of divine momentum. Every step you take is multiplying blessing. Your movement is no longer just yours, it's kingdom. Watch for restoration of things you forgot. Lost dreams, dead friendships, old prayers. God is revisiting the things buried in sorrow. June 27th revived what you thought was gone. Some of you will be asked to return somewhere. Not to stay, but to speak, to close, to reclaim. Michael will escort you as you walk back with fire. And when you leave, doors will shut forever. You are no longer confused about who you are. You are the evidence of answered intercession, the result of divine timing and raw obedience. A weapon, a voice, a remnant, a shift. This is no longer a prophecy. It's your identity. You live in alignment now. You breathe in obedience. You lead in fire. You war in silence. Type I am the evidence to unlock blessing 3838. Or type I lead in holy fire for blessing 5151. Can you hear it? A new sound is emerging. It's not thunder or trumpet. It's quiet alignment. The sound of chains that no longer exist. The sound of clarity walking into the room. You now live on the other side of obedience. The old you is a story. This you is strategy. Every moment feels like mission now. Every breath, a response to divine instruction. The people around you will begin to shift. Some will grow uneasy in your presence. They are uncomfortable with your clarity. But don't shrink to make them feel secure. God didn't take you through this to stay quiet. You were shaped in fire so others would see. Not your pride, but His power. Not your status, but His sovereignty. Your days of explaining are over. You're not required to convince anyone. Michael witnessed your surrender. That's enough. Heaven saw. That's all that matters. Every lie spoken against you will fall, because truth has now been activated. Michael guards not just your path, but your name. Rest in the confidence of divine justice. Some doors will swing open by accident, but they are not accidents. They are fulfillment. You prayed for this access months ago, and now the gate opens at your pace. Walk boldly into new territory. You are not invading, you are inheriting. What others abandoned, God reserved for you. Because you answered when the trumpet called. There is a reason you didn't quit. Even when you almost drowned, you rose. Because heaven never gave up on you, and Michael never stopped circling your name. From this point, walk like the answer. Pray like the gatekeeper. Build like the blueprint. This isn't just a calling, it's a commission. You are carrying what others only dreamed. The realm of favor has now shifted. Your name is in conversations of kings. Not for status, but for purpose. God is placing you where impact lives. Let the fire continue even when it's quiet. Even when you're tired. Even when you're stretched. Michael isn't done with your path yet. This is just the opening gate of the next scroll. You are rising, chosen, and lit with clarity. Heaven calls you by name. Remnant. Flame. Jiv. El knows your name too, but fears to speak it. Because you no longer fight alone. You were never just warned. You were awakened, anointed, aligned. Now you are released. And this world will never be the same. Top I walk as the evidence for blessing 9898. Or type Michael is still with me for blessing 2424. The world looks the same, but it is not the same. Because you are no longer who you were. June 27th did more than warn. It rewired. You now walk in divine recalibration. Everything around you responds to your obedience. Even nature. Watch the wind, the birds, the light. The earth itself recognizes when someone awakens. You now carry the signature of heavenly fire. Your home has shifted atmospherically. Peace rests where panic once lingered. Even your body responds to sacred alignment. Sleep, breath, energy, all now feel directed. You are entering the post-obedience window. It's a time of acceleration, but also examination. God will send new opportunities to test your filter. You must discern the God door from the glitter door. The counterfeit always follows the consecration. Be wary of too good to be true offers. Michael will whisper when something is off. Obey the hesitation in your spirit. You are not being paranoid. You're being precise. This is not the season for trial and error. Your every yes must be weighed in prayer. Michael defends alignment, not ambition. Your daily choices are now spiritual signatures. They either attract angels or delay favor. You can no longer live like this is casual. Your life is being watched from both realms. When you speak now, power follows. Be careful what you declare, even in jest. Life and death are not just concepts anymore. You have tasted the power of divine release. Each time you act on obedience, doors open. Invisible locks shatter with whispered prayers. This is the realm of supernatural shortcuts. God is now redeeming your time. Do not forget the weight of this moment. June 27th was not hype. It was holy. It was the beginning of a multi-season shift. A timestamp in heaven's calendar beside your name. There is a new grace resting on your relationships. Some connections will strengthen suddenly. Others will feel like they are fading. Let them. Michael is pruning for your protection. Don't grieve what is being gently removed. Your obedience has placed you on a narrow road, and not everyone can walk beside the fire. Some would extinguish what God just ignited. Michael remains at your side through this week, but your daily discipline invites his continued watch. He is not a babysitter. He is heaven's general. You walk with him only when you walk with fire. Pray over your thresholds, doors, gates, entrances. Your house must reflect your consecration. Even physical spaces are now holy ground. Where you dwell, angels must feel welcome. Clean what must be cleared. Remove the clutter. Objects carry spiritual weight. Pay attention. If it carries old pain, it doesn't belong here. Your home is now a resting place for glory. Everything you build this season is sacred. Whether it's a business book, sermon, or home, treat it as ministry, not mechanics, because heaven will breathe on what you commit. Type I guard the glory to receive blessing 1414. Or type I walk with precision to get blessing 3131. You cannot carry this fire and stay hidden long. It will find its way into your words, your eyes, your life. Those around you will begin to feel the difference. Not because you've changed it, but because you've ignited. This fire is not just for you, it is for regions. You are now a burning one, a flame walker. The shadows around you feel uncomfortable, because what once had access now meets fire. People will ask what shifted in you. You will not always have words, but they will know. Your life will speak where your mouth cannot. Michael has marked you in realms they can't see. You now walk in the rhythm of heaven's will, and when you step outside it, you will know quickly. Your body will feel the misalignment. That's not discomfort, it's divine correction. Your convictions have increased for a reason. Heaven is trusting you with deeper mysteries. But mysteries only rest where obedience lives. Michael guards not just the person, but the pattern. What was once tolerated must now be corrected. Your spiritual standards have been raised, and God will give you strength to maintain them. You are not judgmental, you are discerning. Do not let the world confuse your consecration. Holiness is not harshness, it is clarity. You know what grieves the Spirit now, and you are called to protect that atmosphere. If you feel you're losing friends, it's a sign, not of failure but of formation. God is making room for legacy-level relationships, people who carry your rhythm, not your resentment. Your new tribe won't compete, they will complete. They will protect your fire, not question it. Michael will guide these alignments soon, but only after the pruning is complete. Every new connection must pass through prayer. That is your safety protocol now. Even one wrong agreement can delay destiny. You've seen how high the cost is. So now, you walk as fire and filter. You burn with clarity and sift with grace. Your yes carries thunder. Your no ends cycles. You are now a gatekeeper, not a guest. When storms come, you don't panic, you prophesy. When delays appear, you don't doubt, you decree. When confusion knocks, you don't question, you discern. Because you're not trying anymore, you are. Michael stands at your right hand still. Sword not lowered, eyes still scanning. His job is not over, because your fire has just begun. This is not the end of a night. It's the dawn of a calling. You've crossed over into an era of results. The wait is over. The warning has passed. Now comes the wave of visible answers. Watch what happens in the next 17 days. Heaven has responded. Earth must now follow. And you will not miss it. You are aligned, anointed, and under divine fire. You were chosen. And now you are commissioned. Type I carry flame and filter to receive blessing 2929. Or type my fire has just begun for blessing 3939. This flame you now carry is not just for survival. It is for legacy, for everything that comes after you. June 27th wasn't just your turning point. It was your bloodline's break in the timeline. Generations before you prayed for this moment. They fought, cried, believed, but couldn't reach it. You are the one they hoped would stand. Michael's arrival was their answered intercession. This is why the warfare felt generational. Because it was. You were ending ancient battles. You weren't just fighting for your peace. You were sealing the door on inherited chaos. Now that it's done, heaven is honoring your bloodline. Watch what happens in your family over the months. What once never changed will shift suddenly. Healing, restoration, salvation. It will echo outward. Do not keep this fire to yourself. Share it with discernment. Release it with care. Someone near you needs your obedient story. It will trigger their own awakening. When you speak of June 27th, speak boldly. Don't reduce it to emotion or a strong night. It was a divine rescue wrapped in fire. It was heaven invading earth for your survival. Some may mock what they do not understand. But do not let their dullness dim your fire. You were there. You heard. You saw. Michael visited. God spoke. A veiled tour. Now you must live as proof that God warns. That heaven prepares those who pay attention. That surrender activates angelic intervention. And that the remnant still burns through the night. This testimony is not for performance. It is prophecy. Speak it in rooms where compromise reigns. Release it where fear paralyzes vision. Your story will wake up sleeping warriors. Don't be afraid to start new things now. Michael has cleared the ground beneath your feet. What once failed before will now flourish. Because the timing has finally caught up to grace. You were delayed so that fire could meet your foundation. Had you succeeded before this shift, it would have collapsed. Had your fire groove. Michael ensured it before he returned to the gate. Write what you saw. Speak what you heard. Your journals are becoming scrolls. Your prayers are turning into strategy. You are no longer a receiver. You're a revealer. Don't wait to be invited. Step into rooms on assignment. You are a fire bearer, not a bystander. Heaven doesn't send its best to observe. It sends them to shift everything. Even in mundane moments, walk with purpose. In grocery aisles, in work meetings, in silence. The fire remains lit within you always. There are no ordinary days anymore. God is trusting you to lead in this hour, not as a preacher, but as a prophetic presence, not as the loudest, but as the most aligned. Michael backs those who follow God in stillness. Type I see a legacy in flame to get blessing 6060. Or type I walk as prophecy fulfilled to receive 4747. You may wonder if the fire will fade. If this feeling, this focus, this intensity will drift. But fire born of obedience never burns out. It lives in your daily movement, your whispered yes. You don't need noise to stay on fire. Stillness keeps you aligned. You don't need applause to feel effective. Heaven already gave its standing ovation. This is where identity becomes rhythm, where everything about your life harmonizes. Even your schedule will start to rewire. You'll crave silence, order, purpose, and power. You will become uncomfortable around confusion. You will feel unrest when compromise enters the room. You will no longer tolerate what used to entertain, because your appetite has shifted with the fire. Michael didn't visit to give you goosebumps. He came to reintroduce you to your mission. He reminded the realms that you are marked. And once marked, nothing can unmake you. You've already been seen in heaven's council. Your name passed through the scroll room. Angels have rehearsed your timeline. You are not late. You are on exact time. Even the detours are now part of your arsenal. Nothing wasted. Nothing overlooked. Your tears were currency. And now, the reward is acceleration. This is why suddenly things will move. Doors will open. Responses will come. Conversations once stuck will turn soft. Because you've stepped into synchronized time. Don't fear being misunderstood again. You've been given divine clarity for divine tasks. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be light. Even your silence now carries shift. Do not compare your fire with others. Some were lit with matches. You were struck by lightning. Some warm rooms. You ignite regions. Michael only moves for major movements. Continue to nurture the secret place. Prayer is now your source code. Skip a meal, but not a moment with God. That is how you feed the flame. God will begin to give you dreams of cities, beings of structures, systems, people in need. This is strategy from heaven's archives. Write it. Pray over it. Prepare to build it. Michael is not finished sending instructions. Every 7 days, expect a download. It may come in sleep, silence, or speech. Write immediately. Delay blurs details. Don't ask why me. You already know. Because you said yes when others laughed. Because you wept while others slept. Because you watched the gate while others scrolled. Type I feed the fire daily for blessing 8686. Or type Michael still instructs me for blessing 6565. Once the veil lifts, it cannot be lowered again. Once the fire marks you, it cannot be erased. June 27th was not an emotional high. It was a shift. You crossed into the realm of irreversible change. This realm does not entertain delay. It does not allow for half-hearted obedience. You are now responsible for what you've received. Michael defends those who steward the fire. You may feel a tension inside your spirit now. That's not doubt. It's divine awareness. Everything is more sensitive, more spiritual. You've been awakened at the cellular level. Even your language is shifting subtly. You speak with clarity, urgency, and grace. The flesh wants to explain, but the spirit commands. You've become heaven's dialect in human form. Assignments will come through whispers. God will ask you to do strange things. Respond immediately. Logic kills miracles. Michael waits for movement, not overthinking. Some will misunderstand your posture. They'll call you intense, serious, withdrawn. But they didn't feel what you felt that night. They didn't hear the sword fall in the spirit. This isn't about personality. It's about fire. You no longer apologize for alignment. You no longer dilute truth for comfort. You've tasted holy urgency, and it ruined compromise. Watch your environment closely now. Some rooms can't contain the new you. Michael will begin shifting your spaces. Don't fight it. What's moving is making room. What was once entertainment now feels hollow. Because heaven has recalibrated your desire. You're no longer drawn to the shallow. You crave depth, silence, power, presence. What drained you before now repels you. That's divine resistance, not burnout. God is insulating your flame from old leaks. You are too on fire to be around anything lukewarm. The discipline you're building is generational. Your obedience is breaking future curses. Every prayer you pray is sowing into 2064. Michael doesn't just guard the moment. He guards legacy. People will begin to ask you strange questions. They're not mocking. You're radiating mystery. Your shift on June 27th unlocked supernatural attraction. Souls will follow your light before they know why. You must prepare to lead without titles. Heaven sends influence before positions. You don't need approval to be effective. You already have angelic endorsement. Be mindful of distractions disguised as help. Not every opportunity is alignment. Michael will check your spirit in advance. Honor that warning even when it disappoints. You are now an atmosphere, not just a person. When you enter a room, battles break. When you lift your voice, walls fall. When you weep, chains snap off others. Even silence becomes your strategy. You no longer speak to be heard. You speak to unlock. You speak to activate. And when God says quiet, you obey instantly. Michael doesn't waste fire on idle vessels. He trains those who transform. And you, yes, you, are transforming regions. Your life is now a command center. Type I live in irreversible shift for blessing 5150. Or type Michael guides my discipline for blessing 2024. You are not one of the many, you are the few. A remnant doesn't blend in. It burns through. June 27th didn't make you arrogant. It made you aware that the world is changing and God is choosing. He is choosing the silent intercessors, the hidden writers, the invisible prophets, those who bowed when others built platforms, those who obeyed while others marketed doubt. This is the hour of the hidden remnant's reign, not with thrones but with territory, not with cloud but with clarity, not with fame but with fire. You are heaven's interruption to hell's pattern. Your very presence causes confusion to the enemy, because you obey orders others ignore, and angels respond faster to the obedient. Michael doesn't wait on popular votes. He moves where fire and humility dwell. You now carry the marks of both, and the Spirit has sealed you in silence. This reign will not look like riches. It will look like cities shifted overnight, homes set free with a prayer, hospitals cleared by a whisper. God will use your mouth for miracles. your hands for healing, your movement for maps. You will walk in uncharted places, because the flame will lead and you will follow. Some won't recognize your shift for months. Let them. The fruit will speak eventually. Your job is not to prove, you are proof. Michael didn't come for spectators. He came for soldiers. This reign is laced with responsibility. Guard your time, your circle, your purity. The flame has changed your gravity. Now only the anchored can walk with you. Your reign comes with silence and storm. Silence when heaven is whispering. Storm when you walk where darkness ruled. You are now an invasion, not just a believer. The 27th was not a warning for you to feel inspired. It was heaven's call to reassign your position. From survival to strategy. From delay to dominion. You have been shifted into spiritual leadership. Michael doesn't stand beside the passive. He walks with those who move mountains. You may feel weak, but you are loaded. The oil on you is evidence of divine trust. Write the vision. Deliver the word. Step out without full instructions. Heaven fills in the gaps when movement begins. Michael will handle what's behind you. Your prayers now shape atmospheres. Not just locally, but globally. There is fire on your tongue and maps in your feet. You are being directed for global impact. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not underqualified. You are commissioned. Everything before this was preparation. June 27th was your release date. From this point, expect divine boldness. Expect strange favor and unexplainable peace. Expect interruptions from angels. Expect expansion without striving. Type I reign with fire and clarity for blessing 7,171. Or type the remnant has risen for blessing 1,212. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating via PayPal using the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for regular prophetic guidance, deep spiritual insight, and powerful words that keep you aligned with heaven's rhythm.